Bill Dallas Lewis. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. Kind of go. Never, this has never, ever happened before. Uh, okay. Oh, well, let's see what happens here. If you're new here, bear with us this morning. It's a wonderful day in Mexico. We've got another day of great weather. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened here? Oh, here we go. Uh, but we've got a lot of moving to Mexico. Leave a comment. Tell people what you think. But let's get down. We got Dr. John Crapo Darzy. We got Stephen Nathan. Good morning from mid Canada. And look, the stranger. That girl is in the house. As far as I know, she's still in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And that girl, I walk by your old apartment every morning. We got Dave James in the house. Jack Webb, you're freezing up, brother. Uh-oh. How this audio thing is going. We've got my new neighbor, Dave. That sent me. Mary Jane is in the house. Hola to you, snowy in Denver. So looking forward to moving south. Lane in the house. Good. I might have to disconnect one of my cameras. We have Brian, pretty boy, Brian Maiden in the house. Good morning to every. We put up a new video, another video about Dennis. Dennis Gordon, part 3 of the video, and he talks about his driving from Arizona to Mexico. It took him 3 days and 2 nights, but he made it. Put that up. I think it was a lot of things that can happen to you in Mexico. And my video, my camera is going in and out. I don't know what's going on. I hope the audio is good. Please, hopefully the internet fixes itself here very shortly. Matt Brazelton is in the house. Hola, everyone. Hope everyone is making it a great day. The birds are chirping here in wonderful Ajijic, and Ajijic is really a great place. We got Liston Henry. Good morning. Feels good to be here. Here with you today with Ernie Baca. And I saw your name in the group. I said hello to Ernie. I've got some local video clips about the joys. This is all about the joys of living in Mexico. If this is your first time joining us, let us know that you're here. Tell us, ask questions, make statements about living in Mexico. Mexico has been a wonderful experience for me. I've been here almost 20 years now, and I would never. I have no desire at all to even yeah, thank you, Brian. William Mustache Stone Man, buenos dias en la casa feliz. Mardi Gras si estáis celebrando. Yes, we are celebrating Carnival right down here as we speak. It's supposed to be a fabulous event. I don't think I'm going. It's just like you got like 1 million people down there. I mean, yeah, it's just tight. And they're talking about people picking pockets. I dropped off my laundry yesterday with my laundry lady, Alejandra. I said, Alejandra, and she has an assistant. Her name is Luisa, which is her daughter-in-law. And I said, Alejandra, are you going to the carnival? And she said, no. All this is in Spanish, right? She said, no, I'm not going. Too many people. This event. Brian Maiden, your internet is not working this morning. Yeah, well, thank you, Brian. Okay, Luis in the house from Pereira, Colombia, but I'm a Texan. Happy to see you in the house, Luis. I got some images to share with you, and again, let's see, Berlin is beautiful, but oh, wow. Oh, this is, man, I tell you what, technical difficulties is just no fun. Okay. But we do have some clips. Let me start out with some clips. Oh, and this is I have many video clips to share with you this morning about the joys of living in Mexico. But this is a video. This is a video parasailing. He's parasailing. He's got a. What happens? What happens if the rope breaks or you're coming down and they don't catch you because they pull you across the ocean, and then you have to come back down. So the boat stops and the parasail comes down, and they got 3 guys down there to catch you. I don't think I'm doing that. But anyways, in Mexico, I've been working on my website this week. I've been working on my website this week. And what I'm doing is I'm putting together a page that shows all of my videos. One page. It's going to take me about 2 more months to get it complete. Here you can take a peek at it. Here we go. This is it. And it's in alphabetical order. And I've got videos on finding apartments in Mexico using Amazon.com in Mexico, some Build the Geek Unleashed videos, cities in Mexico. And it's Gordon videos, living Black expats living in org, more friendly. But you can find you can find all of these videos by going to buildthegeek.org, and there's a link at the top. It says like a full index of video. I think I don't know if my video's just going out or does everything goes out. Okay, here we go. Flying whatever. Good morning to you, Jack Webb. Speaking of laundry service, can you tell me what you pay for laundry service? I have a feeling I got taken advantage of while in Ajijic. Ajijic, I was talking to somebody like about Ajijic this week. Ajijic is the San Francisco of Mexico. Prices are high in Ajijic. Underwear, t-shirts, maybe 15 t-shirts, about 10 pairs of socks, seven about pieces, 120 pesos. 120 pesos. What's that? That's like $6. So yeah, if I have a lot of stuff, maybe I have 2 weeks of stuff, like 4 hoodies, a whole bunch of socks, and under 50 pesos. But that's when I took in four. So yeah, it should be very expensive, Jack Webb, and you may. I think you have a car, don't you? It should be very inexpensive. Helen, you may be a first timer. Thank you for joining us. And remember to click that subscribe button. Tomorrow, we're putting up a video. And Helen, ask all the questions you would like. Let us know why you're here, what you want to know. Have you been to Mexico? Uh, uh, we put up a new Facebook. We put up a new Facebook group last week. It's called Mexico Expats Living in Mexico. Bill, Dallas, Lewis. We're up to like 108 members. But I'm going to post all my videos up there. I put up some. I don't know what is going on with the internet this morning. Okay, here we go. Just back from Little Nayarit, and I guess that's a to be continued message. Brian Maiden. It happens once in a while, but we will all stick with you while this problem is fixed. I don't know. We've never ever had this problem before with internet being in and out. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jacqueline, good morning, Bill, and everyone. It's another beautiful day, and this is just bad. The index is a great feature to easily find your content. Thanks, Bill. Thank you, Matt. And it'll get much better. I'll be putting a lot of time in it over the next month. Uh, in 2 months, you should be able to scroll down through that page and find all kinds of answers about immigration, cities, cost of living. On, man. Flying. Just back from a week. Bad this morning. It's bad. Okay, Mary Jane. Mary Jane. I wonder if the carnival. Huh. Ooh, wow. Oh, maybe I should switch. I We're going to switch over to Wi-Fi. We're connected via. We're going to try Wi-Fi and see how that goes. Oh. Okay, now we are on Wi-Fi. I was connected. Okay, let's give this a second. I was connected via I'm breathing here just to see what's going on, but it seems like the Wi-Fi is better than the direct connect, and I think we're back in business. Uh-oh. I got to move some stuff around here. I think I'm going to be okay here in a second. Let me move some stuff, move that down here, this over there, and I think maybe we're okay. The screen is not blinking anymore. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm frozen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I'm back in Morelia. Well, I would say that about Guadalajara also. Anywhere inland, what you do is you just throw on a bunch of sweaters and some hoodies, and you just in central Mexico, I think even Mexico City. Luis, yeah, you need heating. Yeah, okay, here we go. Reboot your router. Oh, plug it in and plug it out. Oh, let's just see how this goes for a while. Much better. Cool. Okay. Sound good. Good, Bill. But yes. Ah. Good morning, Bill, in Arizona. Be back in March 4th. Need anything? Sure, Rudy. Bring down some Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip, a big jar of Miracle Whip. I hope you're enjoying Arizona and all those lovely Americans up there. Yes. Okay. I think we're we're almost back to normal here again. I'm going to try to play some video clips. I put together a little group of video clips, and I just wanted to share the joys of and something that I share. Okay. Uh, Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, not good. Uh, oh man. Well, let me go. Well, a not. Oh my. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Let me come back over here to comments. No, the video has no sound. Uh, Let me just click around a little bit more here. And okay, so that looks good. Does the video have sound? No, that video has no sound. So now we were back to direct connection, and I'm clicking around. This seems to be a better connection. Let's try to make. Nope. There we go. There we go. Now this is, I've shown you guys this before. This is before I go on my morning walk, come up, and this is such a big part of my life. Just get up in the morning, watch the wonderful sunrise, and it's a big part of my life to do that around 6:30 in the morning. And I've done this ever since I was in Puerto Vallarta. I did it in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, now in Mazatlan. And the morning walk is just a big, fabulous part of my life. But the morning walk all starts by after I see that. Let's see. Firewire. Hey, Bill, are you liking your new city? I'm not in the new city yet. I won't be in the new city until July the 1st. Okay. Dario, good morning, Bill. Having problems getting you clear. You're coming in and out. Okay with me. Thank you so much for that. I think something is stabilizing here. But the morning walk, really, after I see that beautiful part there, then this is what happens. Now, this is an exercise walk. So I figure I'm going to walk down 4 flights of stairs. And you'll see as I get to the bottom of each flight, you'll see that it gets lighter. They have the motion detected lights. So when you walk down the steps, it just gets brighter and brighter and brighter. There you go. There you go. And this is how it all starts until I get down to the lobby, and then I find, and there's the office and the little shop they have on the first floor. And this is how I start my day every day. That's the very beginning. Now I have some more clips of this. Here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah. Miracle Whip. Yes. Bring down some Miracle Whip. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's go back to Helen. Okay, Helen, which city do you like the most and why? Well, Helen, and thank you for asking. I have video clips. I got a bunch of video clips to share with you, and I have stories to tell with you from each video clip. But we're here every Saturday just to share the joys of living in Mexico, and for people like Helen to ask questions and for her to get answers. And I've lived in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, Ajijic, Chapala, El Arenal, which is between Tequila and Guadalajara, and now here in Mazatlan. And I've traveled to many cities. And right now, my favorite city thus far is Morelia. And Helen, I'm moving to Morelia June 1st. And I found that Guadalajara was just a little too big for me. There's so many and Jacqueline is in Guadalajara right now. She's totally enjoying it. I just thought it was a little, they have opera there, concerts. They have big giant concerts there with all the stars from all over the world. Guadalajara is all kinds of universities and businesses and zoos and parks and they have all kinds, and it's very affordable. It was just a little too big. Chapala was okay, but I think that Chapala was a little too small. Ajijic was fabulous, but it's so fabulous that but it's small. Ajijic, and Jack Webb is there. Ajijic is small and fabulous, and you don't have to speak any Spanish because there's so many Americans and Canadians there. But because and there's so much food there, and music and restaurants and bars, and it's only 20 minutes from the Guadalajara International Airport. And on a good day, you're only an hour away from Guadalajara. It has the best climate in the world, so they say. But for me, there's just too many Americans and Canadians there. So I'm moving to Morelia, population about 900,000 people, because there are hardly any Americans or Canadians there. It's a beautiful city. They have all the stuff that you want. The size is just right for me. And I'm in Mexico, and my Spanish is pretty good. And I like living with Mexican nationals. That's why I moved to Mexico. So and the climate is great. And somebody said earlier, they said, "Oh well, you're going to need a heater in Morelia." Well, that's okay. That's the way it is in Guadalajara. That's the way it was in Ajijic. So I am so looking for. Mazatlan has been fabulous, but last summer it was hot as hell. Puerto Vallarta, I was there 10 years. In the summer, it's hot as hell. You don't see people in the streets in the summertime. In Mazatlan, it was hot as hell. I'm done with hot as hell, man. I'm done with that. So I'm moving to Morelia. And right now, Morelia is my favorite city. I've been to San Miguel Allende, but it's expensive. And I moved to Mexico to live with Mexicans and to live inexpensively, to live affordably. So when I move to Morelia, I'm going to save $500. No, I'll say $300 a month in rent per month. I'll be paying $500 for an apartment as nice that I have here in Mazatlan. So, and thank you very much for asking that question, Jacqueline. Okay. Oh yeah, Jacqueline, I grew up on Miracle Whip. Our family, we didn't even know about mayonnaise. In Mexico, I've been in the grocery stores where I've been in one grocery store where they had a whole aisle. I mean, a whole aisle, left and right side, and it was all mayonnaise. If you go to Costco, I swear to God, if you go to Costco in Guadalajara, actually it's the Costco that is in Zapopan. Zapopan is like a suburb of Guadalajara. Okay, some people would call it a municipality. But if you go to the Costco in Zapopan and outside where they sell pizza slices outside, they have like a 5-gallon jug of mayonnaise, so you can pump it like that. You can pump it like that to get mayonnaise out. And people buy a slice of pizza and they put mayonnaise on their pizza. I've never seen anybody put mayonnaise on their pizza. That's just another one of the joys of living in Mexico. But Jacqueline, I grew up on Miracle Whip. Ooh, where are you now? Right now I live in Mazatlan, which is right on the coast. Right on the coast. And let me move down here a bit. Louise Beach versus Highlands. Louise, and thank you very much. This is why we are here. I think our internet got my internet has been perfect. Well, you guys that have been here for a long time know that that's not true, okay? But it was perfect this morning. I didn't have any problems. It looks like it has stabilized itself. Okay, so let me try something here. I want to make a couple of changes here. I'm going to, this camera, it might, okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see if this works. Yeah, man, it looks like our connection is cranking again. Okay, yeah, we getting it going now. Okay, so beach versus bear. Oh, cool. We're back. I think we're back in business, folks. I think we're back in business. We got 2 cameras. I'm clicking buttons, and the buttons work. Ha 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 ha! Woo! Oh, okay. Beach versus Highlands. The beach is beautiful. I was in Puerto Vallarta 10 years. I had an apartment for 3 years. It was up on a mountain, and from my office, which was in front of a giant sliding door, I looked at the bay. It's called Banderas Bay. I watched while I was doing consulting and working over the internet. I looked at the beautiful beach bay all day, every day. I had a swimming pool out of my back door, a private swimming pool overlooking the beach. I mean, for 10 years, I had the beach, but then I moved to Guadalajara. I didn't miss the beach. And again, if you live on the ocean in Mexico, the summers are hot and humid, and there are hurricanes. I just want to get out of Mazatlan before another hurricane comes. Hurricanes are scary, man. So I like inland because it's much cooler year round. In the winter time, you have to throw on like 3 hoodies at nighttime. I can do that. I'm fine. I'm good with that. Throw on 2 pairs of sweatpants. Throw on like 3 blankets on the bed when you're sleeping at night. But like when I was in Guadalajara, Chapala, Ajijic, it may be chilly at night, but you go outside in the daytime and it's going to be like 85, 90 degrees. So personally, I prefer the Highlands, Luis. There you go. And I want to thank you so much. Thank you, Brian Maiden. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. This is how we pay our rent, folks. Oh my God. Wow. It's only 30 minutes past. Here's a little something to make your day brighter. Maybe a couple of tacos and beer. Brian Maiden, thank you so much as usual for contributing to the channel. We have 50 people in the house. Sorry, where are you now? I'm in Mazatlan, and let me do a little something here. I had this up. Let's do a little computer magic. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Now let's go over here. And we're going to add that over there. Screen share. Okay, right there. Here we go. Right on. There you go. Let me come back and hide Firewire's message. And here we are. Not there. Okay. There we are. I am in Mazatlan. And you can see, let's zoom out on Google Maps, which is so fabulous. But you can see Mazatlan is right on the coast. Zoom out a little more. Somebody was talking about Nayarit earlier. There's Tepic, Puerto Vallarta, and you can see Lake Chapala right down here to the south of Guadalajara. So that's about a 6-hour drive from Guadalajara to Mazatlan. It's north of Puerto Vallarta. I thought it would be cooler than Puerto Vallarta, but it is not. In fact, it seems hotter than Puerto Vallarta. Okay, Matt. What's Matt talking about? Bill, I'm learning more and more Spanish here at Lake Chapala. Hopefully will help me integrate better when I visit Morelia. And I tell you guys what, just learn some Spanish. Learn as much as you can. It helps you so much because from my research about languages, no matter what language you speak, most people of any language only use about 1,500 words, which really isn't that many words. Most words that we share with other humans, and if you think about it, like talking to your lover, talking to your kids, talking to your neighbors, talking to the trash man, what do you say to him? You say hi. Hi, how you doing? Are you doing good today? What else do you say to people? Oh, bye. Hi, bye. How are you doing? Oh, then you might have to answer them. Oh, I'm doing fine. How are you doing? You know, stuff like that. Oh, and then you might ask people questions like, how's the weather today? Oh, do you like the weather today? Oh, I like the weather today. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? I mean, if you learn like 100, 200, 300 words of Spanish, and then you want to get some real basic words like milk, bread, restaurant, beer, wine, women, men, whatever you're into, right? Marijuana, you might want to know how to say that. Though that's kind of I'm not into that, but the more Spanish you learn, also when you're in Mexican communities and you're speaking some Spanish, they treat you totally differently. It's all of a sudden, usually they treat you, what's going on here? Okay. They treat you like you are family. They treat you totally different. So anyway, keep on learning, Matt. That's great. Stephen Nathan, how is your friend that has the house in El Arenal making out? And Stephen is talking about the landlord I had in Puerto Vallarta, Michael Flat. We're like family now. I mean, he's a rich American, gay guy, married to his partner, Charlie. And we were like family for 5 years. Then a real bad thing happened with Mike and Charlie. But anyway, they split up. So Mike built a house in El Arenal, fabulous place. I lived there a couple of months out in the middle of nowhere. I'll never do that again. But Mike has like 80 different serious illnesses. He's always had that many illnesses. And I remember when we lived in Puerto Vallarta, he's really overweight and walks with a cane. Then he's got one of these things in his throat here, a hole there to breathe through and to talk through. So he's got to keep that really clean, always covered with a nice white cloth. So to get around Puerto Vallarta, he had an electric wheelchair, and he would get around. He would be riding down the roads in his electric wheelchair. He knew where every restaurant was, and there's a gay beach in Puerto Vallarta. It's called Blue Chairs. Puerto Vallarta is like the gay capital of Mexico. And if you go down to Blue Chairs, all of a sudden, it's just like 1,000 gay people on the beach. So Mike would get in his wheelchair and cruise on down to Blue Chairs every day. He'd be down there at 10:30 with a bunch of friends, just having a blast. But anyway, with all of his illnesses, he needs like regular, really good medical care. So now Michael Flatt lives in Indiana, I think, and he's on Facebook. We communicate. But he's still living. He's got to be 75, 77 now. He's one of the most wonderful, giving, lively, active people that I know. I can't imagine what he would be like if he were healthy. Luis, why do you think so many Americans is a good thing or not so good thing? Luis, that's a tricky question. Are you talking about here in Mexico? Are you talking about cities in Mexico? Many Americans, you get the whole gamut of Americans that come down here to Mexico. You got Trump supporters down here in Mexico. You got Biden supporters down in Mexico. You got QAnon people down here in Mexico, which is very surprising to me. I would think that if you moved to Mexico, you would come down here with like an open mind. I've had, there are some Caucasians that move to Mexico that have like this imperialistic mindset, like Mexicans are inferior and don't talk to them, just let them clean your apartments and stuff like that. I mean, you get some really tainted views down here. On the other hand, I had a meeting with a Canadian in my building yesterday. And a couple of Canadians. One Canadian, my complex where I live is huge. I don't know, 300-400 units of pretty wealthy Americans and Canadians. And the complex had some used toilets. I guess they were really old, just the bottom of the toilets without the seats. And I was walking out our back gate by the pool, and this Canadian guy, he's 75 years old. I think his name is Cliff. And I said, what are these, porta potties? I was joking, but he says, no, our church, the management here said they're not going to use these toilets. And so we're taking them to the school affiliated with this church that we go to, a Mexican church, to a Mexican school. These people do great things. This guy that I met with Friday afternoon yesterday, he and his group church, they're working with a school, adding a water filtration system so that the kids at the school can drink fresh water. And he goes to this organization twice a week. I'm going with him this Thursday, and I'm going to video all the stuff that he does with the school kids, and they go out to the dump and do something. His name is Brent. So a lot of Americans and Canadians work with animals down here, animal shelters, getting animals neutered, finding dogs and cats places. So back to your questions. Americans, there are many Americans and Canadians doing fabulous like things for schools and all of that, but also you get them on the other side where they're like really tainted people. So for me, with my history with the Ku Klux Klan in the United States, growing up in the country, people like banning books and stuff, and people that in the United States, people that support banning books, people that I mean, they want a rapist to be their next president who wants to be a dictator, and people that support that. I don't want to be around those people at all. So I'd rather be in a Mexican community with a bunch of Mexicans speaking Spanish, and Mexicans are so friendly. So I prefer a Mexican environment, and that's why I moved to Mexico many years ago. And so I'm just speaking my mind. I love Mexico. I love Mexicans. But I got to say it, man. You know, what's going on in the United States is crazy right now with all these mega people and uneducated people. That doesn't mean they're stupid. That just means they're not informed. So many non-informed people that many of these people come down with their baggage, and I don't like it. There you go. Matt, laughing out loud. You just answered my question. There you go. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. I'm still in Mazatlan, Jacqueline. So thank you so much for contributing to the channel. That's how we pay our rent. That's how we upgrade our internet. That's how we make our moves. That's how we travel through Mexico. Firewine. Hey, and before I say anything else, I just want to thank the internet god for working everything out, because it was all going south like 20 minutes ago, man. I thought I was going to have to shut this down. Thank you, the internet god. Yes, thank you so much. Firewine, I'd be available for an interview on why I'm considering moving to Mexico. Okay. Now let me do this with that. Here's what you do. And I've got a special little banner just for that. Please email me at bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com so that we can set it up. I would love to interview you. So send me a email. We'll set a time. We'll do this through screen sharing. I would love to set that up, hopefully for this week. And we can talk about, I would love that. And anybody else out there, Brian Maiden, you've been on the back of my mind all week. It's like, because when you were coming down here to Mazatlan, we were talking about doing an interview with you, and we can do this long distance. We can see you on the internet. You can see me. You can be next to your window with the snow and all of that, Brian Maiden. So yeah, we can do that for sure. Let's go back to comments and see what's going on. I'm getting backed up here. Okay, now. Okay, here we go. Luis, I'm looking at Durango for the cost of living, but when I want the beach, it's only 3.5 hours away. I was in Durango for about a week. My landlord, a fabulous Mexican national lady, speaks fluent English. I think she's rich. She has a big business there. Her name is Gabby. She's fabulous. I love Durango. I think I was there a year ago in February. It gets cold. I mean, it's not like Ajijic, Chapala, Guadalajara. It was like 32 degrees at night. I was not expecting that. But by 1 o'clock in the afternoon in February, it's like 75, 80 degrees, but it's chilly at night. I loved Durango. They have colleges in Durango, businesses in Durango. The climate is good. You gotta wear some hoodies. But Luis, you're right. It's only 3.5 hours from the beach. I love Durango. Matt, how about a fried bologna and Miracle Whip sandwich for lunch? My childhood. Oh, oh, Matt, you must know my mother, Peggy, because, oh, yeah. My mother, Peggy, yeah, she would put some bologna in the frying pan. I put some Crisco. First you throw down some that a slab of white Crisco in the frying pan. And then you throw in a couple of slices of bologna. What did she do to the bread? I think she might have toasted the bread a little bit, throw some Miracle Whip on that bad boy, and it was yum good. Grease, and who knows what's in the bologna. That's why they call it bologna, because it ain't even got no name. It's just like mystery food. But we used to eat that all the time, Matt, all the time. David, Maria puts mustard and ketchup on her pizza. Yeah. Yeah, my ex-Mexican wife, her daughter and her 8-year-old son, they put ketchup on everything. They put ketchup on pizza. I'd never seen anybody put ketchup on a pizza in my entire life until I saw that. Jacqueline, climate so far for me in Guadalajara is perfecto, and I lived in Guadalajara for 4 or 5 years, and it was cool. I was a little shocked moving from Vallarta, and I think I moved from Vallarta to Guadalajara in January or February, and it was chilly at night for me coming from Vallarta. But every day, I'm just thinking it's like 85 in the daytime. But yeah, very good. Cool. Okay. Good morning from Canada, Jamie. Great to see you here. Oh my God, that Costco is a hot mess. The lines are simply the worst. Yeah, man, I'm going to tell you, you got to figure out when to go everywhere. When I go to Costco, or they don't have Costco here in Mazatlan, but when I would go to Costco in Guadalajara, I would get there at 9 in the morning. I would never go on the weekends. If you go to Costco at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, woo! If you go to Costco the day before Christmas, go then just for the experience. But no, you got to know when. And I don't do anything. I don't go anywhere on Sundays, and that's because Mexicans don't work on Sundays and they celebrate not working. So I don't go to the beach on Sundays. I don't go to the park on Sundays. I don't go to the grocery stores for sure on Sundays, specifically not Costco. We have 79 people in the house. I still have some video clips. Miss Sam, hola, everyone. Did you just show up? Because we had technical difficulties early. It was a big problem. Hey, everybody. Happy to see you. The internet god is back and treating us good again. Okay, Matt, bringing back memories. Yeah, okay. Miss Sam, hey, Billy, guess what? And for what it's worth, I'm William Dallas Lewis IV. Nobody in my family knows where the name Dallas came from. My mom doesn't know. My dad doesn't know. My grandparents didn't know where the name Dallas came from. I'm the fourth. So my dad's name was Bill. Of course, everybody called him Bill. And everybody in my family called me Little Billy. So Billy is appropriate. Hey, Billy, guess what? I am currently at an Airbnb in Morelia. Right on, Miss Sam. Love here. I'm looking for a permanent place to live. Miss Sam, let me hide your message and be Miss Sam. I'm looking for something here. Oh, here you go. Email me directly and let me let me give you the phone number of the manager of the place where I'm going to be staying in Morelia. And he's got a bunch of properties. I'm going to be staying in an apartment, but he was telling me about a house he had available. It sounds like he has like 30 properties available. So email me and I will email you his Mexican phone number in Morelia. His name is Carlos Perez. So do that and I will get back to you with that today. And this is all about the joys of living in Mexico. Okay, now let's see what else is happening. I think I did that. Okay, I'm a little behind, folks. And I tell you what, that internet incident we had happen a little early really threw me off. Which camera do I have on? Let me switch cameras over here. I got to switch over here. Okay, the buck stops here. Buenos dias, Bill and amigos. Ho, ho, happy to see you. Katrina the Maker. People showing up late. What, y'all been sleeping or what? And it's Super Bowl weekend. Tomorrow is the Super Bowl. I got things to say about that. And we got Crazy Boy Radio in the house. You guys are going to have me on. Contact me at contact me. How do you contact me? bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. I'd love to be on your radio show. Ms. Sam, yes, I often wondered why those people chose to live here, but it is really the cost of living. There you go. They can't afford America. They are not very nice people. I don't want to live around those people. And no problem about being late. Being here sometime is better than not being here at all. But it's like, I told you guys before, when I first started making my videos 3 years ago. I first started 3 years ago. And so what am I going to do? And I was living in Chapala. So I make videos about Chapala, then Ajijic, then Jocotepec, then go to Guadalajara because all those places are close. So I'm walking around Ajijic, okay? And there are all these cars parked in the street. You can't find a parking spot in Ajijic. And the video camera's on. And this one car had a license plate. It said F Trump. It didn't say F Trump. It used all 4 letters, but the first letter is F. But I can't say the word on YouTube or I might get banned, okay? So I didn't talk about it. I didn't say it, but I did point the camera over there because I found it interesting. So I had that in my first Ajijic video. And I put that video up, and the next day I got a comment that said, "Oh, that's so terrible that you put that." Oh, it said F Trump. That's what it said. It said F Trump on the license plate. It's kind of funny, right? So I put that in the video. I only showed it for like 5 seconds, literally. And the next day, some lady sends me a message from Ajijic. Goes like, "How terrible you put that in your video, and you should have more respect for your president and your country and all this kind of stuff." And I was like, I'm thinking like, really? Huh? Oh, okay. So I edited it out of the video. Okay. But I was shocked. It was just 5 seconds of video. So yeah, whatever. And Ms. Sam saying, "I'm sorry for being late. We're just happy that you showed up." Richard Moore. Funny Trump supporters in Mexico. I bet they didn't wear their mega hats. I would rather wear a hat that says "Make America Honest Again." I was thinking of a motto, a new motto. But whatever. I'm not going to go down politics road today. I will. I'm loading up. All I can say is everybody inform yourself well. For what it's worth, I watched this YouTube channel. It's called the Midas Touch, but it's spelled funny. The Midas Touch, and it's like 4 attorneys from Manhattan. All they do is Trump legal stuff, and they are phenomenal. I mean, these people, they went to Harvard, Georgetown, and they put up like 5 videos a day. And every case they have about Donald Trump, they dig deep, and they've got all the legal documents. They read to you the legal documents, what the judges actually say. It's if you can find their channel, the Midas Touch, to be informed, they're far better than any of the networks, including CNN or Fox. I mean, they dig deep and really give you facts. So be informed. Ola from the Q Place, Judith Grace. Great to have you here, Judith. Firewine. Great. Thanks. Will do. Yeah. Email me, Matt Brazelton. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. that $5 will go far. And you know, some things I don't want to say, but I've been buying my Modelo Especial. That's what I do now. Modelo Especial. And you can get Modelo Especial about anywhere, but they have these places here. It's called Modelo Rama. And all they do is sell Modelo beer, which is, I think, the Modelo Group owns Pacifico. So there are 2 of them near where I live. And I asked the lady, well, what's up with, in Spanish, I'm saying, so who owns Modelo Rama? For every time I go into one, is that a different owner? And then she perked up. This is the only store person I know that has like no personality. I mean, you know, she's cool. You put your stuff up there, you give her the money. She gives you your stuff. She's cool. But then when I ask her about, well, who owns Modelo Rama? She says, oh, each store is owned by a different owner. This is all in Spanish. And now she's really nice to me, but that's what happens when you can speak Spanish, Matt, and you can ask the questions. But anyway, this $5 contribution will be used to buy, for me to go down to Modelo Rama and get a 6-pack of Modelo Especial. Oh, yes, it's good. Very inexpensive also. Ray, San Francisco de Campeche in spring break to ride the train Maya plans. Yeah, I want to see how the Maya train works out. We'll talk about that later. Jacqueline, haters are everywhere, unfortunately. Yeah, and it's all about your attitude. It's all about your attitude about life. And another person, she showed up here last weekend, Dr. Michelle. I had breakfast with her. Oh, that was like her and her husband, Jimmy. They live in Florida. I had breakfast with them about 2 weeks ago, and she was talking about when she grew up. I think she grew up in Florida. She's a black doctor in Florida. And she said when she was a kid, she lived in a small town in Florida. And she said her family taught her that whenever you see anybody, you say hello. You say hello. Maybe you ask them, how are you doing? Anybody, strangers, people you know. And she said if you see them again that day, you tell them hello again. And she said, if my parents saw me not say hello to somebody, they would kick my butt. And, yeah, you know, I like that kind of attitude. That's the kind of person I am. I'm walking down the street. I say, I've been like that since high school. It's like, hey, what's happening? People at Dartmouth, students would make fun of me because I would always say, hi to everybody. You know, that's share the love. Share the love. That's what Mexico should be all about. Woohoo! Richard Moore. Thank you so much, Richard, for contributing to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. And this is how we make everything happen. Who's this? Sheldrake Court. A lot of people have Trump derangement syndrome. That's funny. I guess you'd call that TDS. TDS. Yeah, we got to start you. TDS. Oh, they got TDS, including you, Bill. Would you not rather a rapist than a man that sanctions the merciless killing of over 30,000 people? Oh my God. Whatever. Well, I'm not going to go there right now. Today is not my day to go there. I'm very well informed, but I'm going to leave my sword in its sachet today. Mary Jane, thank you so much. Thank you all so much for contributing to the channel. And we have Clemya Matthews. Oh, Ola from Columbus, my hometown. Ola to you. Ola to you. Happy to see you here again. Always a pleasure. And Rudy Clemens. Good morning, Bill, in Arizona. Be back March 4th. Okay. Yeah, Miracle Whip. I'll be in Vegas Sunday. Do you gamble? Do you and Sheila gamble? We did a video with Rudy and Sheila not too long ago. Well, and it's like it's had like 30,000 views. People love that interview. Brian, I'm late too. Did you already talk about Carnival? That's a big deal in Mazatlan going on right now. I talked about it. And, they're supposed to have really good fireworks. They have 2 parades, a lot of food, a lot of music, 1 million people. I'm not going. And I think it's like my job as a YouTuber to go to Carnival, the 3rd largest carnival in the world. I guess I should go just for you guys. I should go just for you guys. But I'm not going. There's too many people. So, and I tell you, when I lived in Puerto Vallarta, my American friends, like specifically Easter. Easter is a huge vacation time all over Mexico. I mean, all the beaches are loaded. Everything vacation is all filled up. And my American friends we'd call each other and say, hey, did you see the beach today? It's full. I'm not going. I'm not 10 million people. No, I'm not going. Nope. Look who's here. All these late people, these people that usually show up right on time, showing up late. She thinks so. She speaks. We're all because I got another hour of stuff to do here. So for you people that showed up late, I'm just getting started. We had technical difficulties earlier. Okay, thank you so much for showing up. Henry Crawford, Fort Worth. Miracles. My wife left her phone wallet in the taxi our last night in Mazatlan, December 22nd. The sec guy at Torre Ernie, taxi driver, and last customer returned it, honest Mexico. And I just did a video about that this week. I put it up on Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday. And then I put up that video. It was like this guy that lost a wallet. Somebody gave it back here where I live. I lost my phone. We got it back from the Uber driver. My neighbor lost 2,000 pesos. The store kept it for a month. Gave it back to her when she got back in there. And after I put up that video, my friend Annie, she shows up sometimes here. She lives in El Central. She's a Canadian, lived in Phoenix most of her life, moved to Mazatlan, bought properties in El Centro. She saw my video and she said, you know what, Bill? I lost my phone here in Mazatlan. And a month later, the female taxi driver knocked on my door with my phone. Yeah, man. I mean, all around the world, sure, there's robbing and stealing and killing going on, but most of the time, there's just a lot of love going on. Neighbors smiling and winking and sharing food and doing things for each other. There's a ton of really good, loving people on the planet, and it's always wonderful to hear about it. Dave James, I watch Midas Touch too. Oh, Midas Touch, those guys are the bomb. I mean, they hit it and get it every day in detail, man. Woo! Jacqueline, when was American Honest? Well, okay. I mean, okay. They say they have an immigration problem with mostly Mexicans coming in from the border. Like now it's up to like 5,000 a month. But the thing is, immigration is what populated America, the United States of America, because Mexico actually is in North America as well as Canada. So in the United States, the population, it's all immigrants, except for the people that were kidnapped as slaves and brought here in chains and worked on cotton plantations. Okay. But everybody, when you walk around in the United States, everybody is from an immigrant. And they talk about, well, what if all these Mexicans come in here? Well, George Will, a conservative Republican, he just jumped out of the Republican Party recently, but he is one. He's one of the most smart economists in the world. He said to let these people in because there are 13 million jobs in the United States that can hire these people. 13 million jobs. And a lot of these jobs are like migrant kind of jobs that U.S. citizens won't take. And then let these people in, let them rent apartments, let them pay taxes. Instead of trying to keep them out, put up little immigration stations, Oh, you want in? Okay. Do some paperwork, stamp the paperwork. Okay. Help. And then let them in, help them find a job, help them find a place to stay, help them find a job, help them start a business, help them start a restaurant. Let's do it. Bring them in. Let's make America like immigration again. There you go. So when was America honest? Okay. To be real honest, let's look at the real truth. Okay. What about the Native Americans? What happened to them? I'm laughing because that's just messed up, man. What? These people came in and they took all of your land, everything. Gave your people smallpox blankets, killed them, took the women. And now where are the Native Americans now? They're the most depressed people on the planet. High alcoholism, live in these like little 5-acre ranches. When was American honest? Oh, hey man, that could be. I ought to start a YouTube channel just on that. Thank you, Jacqueline. Buck stops here. 2023 Q4. Modelo is the number one beer on the stock market, surpassing Budweiser. And the funny thing is that Modelo is owned by the Anheuser-Busch Company. That's kind of funny, isn't it? I'm easily humored. I subscribe to the Midas Touch. Very informative. There you go. And there's how you spell it. You can only find them on YouTube. They just reached 2 million subscribers. If you really want to inform yourself on the Trump trials, go check out the Midas Touch. Do a search for them. Click on their icon, and it will show you their latest 6 videos. And they go in depth into all the stuff. They're phenomenal. Matt, I have a Modelorama across the street from me in Ahihi. Checking into rehab next week. That's funny. That's funny. Brian Maiden. When I was in Puerto Vallarta, I was staying in the romantic zone, which is very large gay community. But I found them very friendly and kind. I loved that area. The romantic Puerto Vallarta is the gay capital of Mexico. And the romantic zone is fabulous in Puerto Vallarta. I loved it very much. Mexico doesn't have a problem with gay people. But we're out of comments. So let me go back to some of these video clips that I had prepared. So where we left off is we were going on my walk. I walked down the dark steps. This is how I start my morning. This is around 6:20 in the morning. This is a practice that I do 5 days a week. It's a time to clear my mind of my stupid thoughts and not think about anything and try to open myself up to the universe. I've been practicing this since I was in almost 18 years now. And I never want to do it. I never get out of bed. I never want to get out of bed. But after I'm out of the house for like 5 minutes with all this fresh air and the flowers. I can't do this in Columbus, Ohio. See all those flowers? They don't have flowers like that in February in Columbus, Ohio. So that is how I start my day. And I just changed my route. So now I walk down, and look at how clean the street is. I walk down this beautiful boulevard. Look, you don't see, there's a piece of paper down there on the ground. But this is a Mexican neighborhood. People don't talk about you. I bet most Americans don't think that you would. And look at all the cars; they all look like brand new. That's a Mexican community. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to show you something now, and this next clip is truly about the joys of living in Mexico, because you never know what you're going to see when you're walking around in Mexico. So check this out. Here you go. Here you go. Okay, now check this out. See this guy on the bicycle right here? I think he's an American or a Canadian. But all the way, every morning I see him, he's got that little basket on the back of his bicycle. You're going to see him again in a second. There he is. And every morning, and by now it's like 6:30 in the morning, he rides all around my route. I see him all around my walking route, and he's picking up bottles, aluminum cans, and I think that's how he supplements his income, or maybe it is his income. And sometimes I see him with this senior citizen white lady with white hair, and she's dressed to the T, nice clean shirt, great pants that she's wearing, and they're together going through garbage receptacles, pulling out aluminum cans, putting them in his little thing. He's supplementing his income. But another joy of living in Mexico is just some things you see in Mexico that you didn't see in the United States. You see this all the time. Check this out. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Oh, here we go. Here, check this out. This is on my route. Okay, so they're working on the street, and they have this big hole in the street. In the United States, they would put those yellow cones around the hole, or maybe a little fence. But look at the car. driving around the hole. Well, the car can see that there's a hole there because they put a tree in it just temporarily while they're doing the work. These are the little things you see in Mexico that just brings your life to light. And then one of the favorite parts of my walk is when I walk across this canal. This is a 30-second clip. If you count to 25, at the end of this clip, you're going to see a fish jump. It's going to happen in the lower right-hand bottom of the screen. And I'm just walking by here, and it gives me such joys to see these fish just jump out of the water and go back into the canal. One day I saw 11. I always count to see how many jump. But here you go. Here's the sun, hasn't come up yet. Sometimes there are boats coming down the canal. The fish is going to jump in the lower right-hand corner at the bottom. And you're going to have to watch really close because the fish isn't that big. But this is a part of the joys of living. There it goes. That was it. I can't rewind it. It just jumped up. And I don't want to bore you with this, but there are people that make this walk every morning. And so this is like an hour later after I'm on my walk back now, and you can see the sun coming up. This is all the joys of living in Mexico. And here you go. These people right here. I see these people every day. Did you see the smiles on their faces? They were so happy. That's so funny. This is just another joy of living in Mexico. The joys of living in Mexico. Okay, let's see what is going. I still have a fair amount of clips going on here. David, my new neighbor in Morelia. Man, you get up early. I think I have only seen about 3 or 4 sunrises since I've been in Mexico. Yeah, man, I get up early. It's a part of my life. And when it got hot this summer, I didn't walk in the morning. It was just, too hot. And then I was ill, as you guys know. I was coughing all the time. I was sick for about 3 or 4 months. So I just got back with the program. And so this week ended week 6. And then I come back to the apartment and I meditate for about 20 minutes. It's so much better than a physical massage. This is all the joys of living in Mexico. I still have some more clips. Casey Gonzalez de la Matzarim. Shalom and blessing to all my Mexico-loving peeps, and we return the sentiments surely. So I wanted to share this also. A couple of weeks ago, I went to get some tortillas. No, I went to get tamales. I went to my tamale place, and this is my journey. It's a block from where I live. Let me turn off that comment real quick. Okay, we got internet again. Hey. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go get tamales. It's a block away, but this is a park. It's a 1-block park. The beauty, one of the joys of living in Mexico is that the Mexico people, they put parks. I'm going to say you're always within 4 blocks of some little park. And those are people playing pickleball. Notice nice basketball court. Notice all the beautiful trees. This is called Iguana Park. So I'm on my way to get some tamales. Notice the beautiful trees, and this is just a little rinky-dink park, actually. But there's always, they have yoga here in the morning. They play pickleball here in the morning. This is a half block from where I live. When I was in Guadalajara, Jacqueline, there are some fabulous parks in Guadalajara. Most parks have gazebos in this giant city. Sure, they have a gazebo in the park. And of course, right across the street from the gazebo is a church. Yeah. I don't even know what kind of church this is. I don't know if it's Catholic or what, but it's pretty. I don't go to church. I'm very spiritual, but I leave all the organized religions alone. So I walk by, and in a second you're going to see the market where I get my tamales. And you're going to see this is very important. There it is. It's in a second you're going to see it here, and this is very important because we're going to go into this market, and there are markets like this all over Mexico. I think you're going to be very surprised when we go into the market. And when I moved to Puerto Vallarta 18 years ago, the first place I went in to buy food and milk and rice and all that was a market like this. I thought this was I didn't when I got to Puerto Vallarta, this is what I lived off of this market for like a year, other than buying tacos in the street. That's all. I didn't know that they had Costco. It was too hard. It was beyond my my thinking because I was so ignorant about Mexico. But let's go into the market. Let's see. Okay, here we go. How long is this clip? Okay, so there's the market over there on the corner. That red truck is parked in front of the market. I went in this market last Sunday. It was filled. Wait till you see how small it is. But these are all like construction guys are going in there to buy tamales. But here we go into the market. And look very carefully. Look at all the stuff there. There are the tamales on the front corner. They got all the junk food and everything, cleaning stuff, water bottles, baking soda, potato chips. There's the owner right there. Hi. She's thinking, she doesn't speak any English. She's thinking, what are you doing with the camera in here? Okay. There's a dairy product, cheese, ham. They even have fresh cheese and ham. There you go. Fresh baked bread. I think they make the tamales themselves. Junk food, bananas, fresh lettuce, tomatoes, apples, garlic, potatoes, avocados. And look, watch this very closely. Microwave, there are the eggs down there. Notice they're almost all gone. Those are fresh from the farm, but watch very carefully here. I wish I could pause the video, but you can see their living room through that door. This is their house. And if you look real closely, you can see the couch there. That's where they live. And so they're open from like 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning until like 11 at night. They have regular fresh tacos, prepackaged tortillas. They have fresh tortillas, prepackaged tortillas, and look at some of the items you're going to see now. Olive oil, regular oil, Kellogg's, corn flakes, frosted flakes, toilet paper right there with the food, potato chips. You're going to find these places all over Mexico. Rice, pasta, ketchup, Quaker oats. They've got it all. Nesquik, sure. Cocoa milk, Nescafe coffee, Coffee Mate. Kellogg's corn flakes, all ground up so you can use them to make fried chicken or fried fish. This is one of the joys of living in Mexico. That is a half block from where I live. Very convenient. I just bought tamales there again yesterday. I forgot to buy potatoes. I mean, you can't even buy potatoes at 7-Eleven or OXO, but you at my little market and fresh cheese. I only have one more set of clips to share with you. One, people email me. They're showing up in town and they say, "Hey, Bill, you wanna go to dinner or lunch or breakfast?" And I say, "Well, I don't go to dinner or lunch with people, but I will go to breakfast." And so this guy, his name is Raymond. He's from the Bay Area, and he's a Mexican American. His family grew up on the border, on the Mexico-Texas border, if I remember correctly. This guy, he's a brilliant guy, got his master's degree at Stanford, totally bilingual, lives in the Bay Area, owns property, owns a house in downtown San Francisco. Who can do that? He can rent his small house for like $4,000 to $5,000 a month. He bought the house like some ungodly number of years ago for about $250,000 back in the day. Still owns it with his wife. So he has a van. He's living in his van, and it's like a brand new van. He's got all kinds of stuff in it, and right now he's staying in a trailer park. The trailer park is about 3.5 miles away from where I live. He's a brilliant man, and the trailer park has internet, electricity, all that. He's got everything in the van, his laptop. The van's all laid out. He's got his bicycle in there, all kinds of clothes and devices. Got his drone in there. But he says, "Hey, Bill, you want to go to breakfast?" I said, "Sure." So we got together at 9:00 in the morning. When was this? Oh, today is Saturday. I think this was Tuesday of this week. And this, if you call me up and say, "Hey," or if you email me and say, "Hey, you want to go to breakfast?" I say, "Okay, this is where I'm going to take you. This is 3 blocks from, I'll ask you to come to my apartment, and we're going to walk here. We're going to walk beyond these shops right here." I call them junk shops because they sell junk. They're like tourist traps. But you can get pedicures here, get your nails done. You can get a pedicure here for like $10. But we go to this place. It is called Tony's. On the right is Tony's. Usually I get a table right on the beach. There you go. That's Tony's. Tony's was full. Right next door is this place over here. I just heard the name of it for the first time yesterday, but this is where we're going to eat. And there's Raymond in front of me there. There he is. There he is. He drove down from the Bay Area. He's staying in a trailer park, traveling Mexico by himself. And this is what Raymond had to say.
And I invited him to breakfast, and he accepted. I mean, I could have been a killer or murderer, but no, he accepted. And we're going to enjoy breakfast now, and I'll keep watching his videos on YouTube. The Bill Dallas Lewis channel.
Thank you, Ramon.
You're welcome.
So there's the great words from Ray, and real quick. And so, what a great place. We have bacon, eggs, potatoes, frijoles, bread, and fruit. And all of that is like $6, pretty much $6 or $7. I'm hoping. Oh, let's go right to the clip that has the food. We'll show you what one plate of food gets you here. Here you go. Oh, come on. There you go. Here's our food. You can see scrambled eggs, bacon, potatoes, frijoles, fresh fruits, coffee, and salsa. That's about $7 for breakfast. And it was really good, totally filling. And I forget the name. I look at the bread. The bread, it's not really toast. It's like and there's mine. He got the same thing that I got. But look at that. Oh, it's just unbelievable and totally affordable. This is what I tried to share with you, the joys of living in Mexico. And when I get breakfast in Mexico, I just get bacon and eggs. That's what I get. Bacon, eggs, hash browns. If you order bacon and eggs in Mexico, you have to make sure to tell them, don't mix them, because many times they automatically mix the bacon with the scrambled eggs. I don't know what that's about, but I say there's a term, it's called divorciado, like they're divorced. Separate them. I want the eggs over here and the bacon over here. I'm picky like that. Okay, let's go back to comments and see what is happening. Okay, nobody say anything. That's fine. Okay, no new comments. Okay, all right. So we have 62 people in the house. That's all. Let's turn off this. We have 58 people in the house, 39 likes. And we even have substantial contributions today. Let me check out my list. Tomorrow I'm putting up, someone has been asking me consistently to put up a video about working remotely from Mexico. I'm going to, or how to do it. And I'm putting up that video first thing on Sunday morning. We got the new Facebook group. Put up a new dentist. I have one more dentist video that I'm going to put up next week. And and also we have the new Facebook group. It's called Mexico Expats Living in Mexico, Bill, Dallas, Lewis. We're up to like 108 members right now. I don't even know what to do with the group. It's your group. Go there, leave messages, ask questions, put up pictures. It's your group, but do whatever you want. I'm just trying to grow the group. I don't make any money from it. It is private. You have to ask questions to get in before you are admitted. You're totally anonymous. Not really anonymous, but it's not everybody, not just anybody can show up. So it's totally safe. And I guess I will end with, yes, tomorrow is Super Day Sunday. The Kansas City Chiefs are playing the San Francisco 49ers. And surprisingly, Mazatlan, the Mexican people in Mazatlan heavily support the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know why. It's like when the games are on, they have radio broadcast. You can almost always catch the 49ers if they're playing on television in Mazatlan. I'm rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs only because I've fallen in love with the relationship between what's her name? Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and Kelsey. He's a catcher for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're in love, and she's a billionaire, and she's doing a concert tonight. She's doing a live concert tonight in Tokyo, and she's wondering, she has a private jet, so once she finishes her live concert, she's going to get on her private jet and go right to the Super Bowl. And I'm just hoping that the United States government has the Air Force give her an escort all the way across the ocean, right to the Super Bowl. And then they let her jump out of a plane in one of those parasailing things, and she can hit the Super Bowl field right at kickoff time. Wouldn't that be cool? And then she can run up to her boyfriend and say, Kelsey, good luck. He's a tight end. So on that note, I want to thank everyone for showing up today early or late. I just did something wrong. And for those of you that were here I'm a Swiftie now. I've never heard any of Taylor Swift's music. Never heard any of it. But I for some reason I just really like her. I've never heard any of her music. And the Republicans have fear about her because she suggested to women throughout the United States that you should vote, and people went out and registered to vote like crazy. So Republicans are really scared that she's going to endorse Joe Biden, for the 2024 election. I think that's fabulous to have that power and to use it in such a wonderful way. So yeah, I'm going to, and I like the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. So there you go. Okay, I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm a Swiftie. Here you go, Verlaine. There's a Mexican player on the sidelines for the 49ers. I hadn't heard that. And here it is, my cousin from Columbus, Ohio, my hometown, Denise Slade. Hello, Bill. All is well with the family. Love your YouTube channel. You're funny, Denise. I remember those fried bologna sandwiches, laughing out loud. That's soul food. We call that soul food, black people. And if you're white, you've never been to a black person's house or for a picnic or something, you need to go eat some real soul food made by some black people and blow your mind. Have a heart attack. All right. So you guys, that's it for this week. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for contributing to the channel. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for asking questions. Thanks for sharing information. Thanks for sharing your love and the joys of living in Mexico. Okay, so I'm about out of here. Let me click something over here. Oh, and I truly want to thank all of you that got here earlier and we had the technical difficulties. That was terrible for about 15 minutes. I was scared. But we held through it. The internet got better and better and better. And for those of you that are watching the broadcast on replay, if you're watching it on replay and you would like to donate to the channel, in the description below this, there's a link and you can donate through PayPal. And PayPal, you click the button, then you can use Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discovery Card. That's all I have to say. This is Bill the Geek. I feel so much better now. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And we just like to have fun. So share this with your friends. And that's all I've got to say. Adios, hasta luego, and que te vaya bien.